In a rain-soaked cemetery, Dan Connor kneels at his wife's grave, his weathered hands clutching a single rose. "I still can't believe you're gone," he whispers, tears mixing with the drizzle. But this isn't just a scene from the Connors. It's a haunting reflection of the real-life silence between John Goodman and Roseanne Barr, a fracture that's lasted nearly a decade and shattered one of television's most iconic partnerships. The tweet that toppled a dynasty. May 29, 2018. The day started like any other in Hollywood, with studios buzzing and fans eagerly awaiting new episodes of the Roseanne revival. The show, a nostalgic return to the blue-collar Connor family, had pulled in millions, proving that Roseanne Barr and John Goodman's chemistry still sparkled. Then, in one reckless moment, it all came crashing down. Barr, never one to shy away from controversy, posted a tweet likening Valerie Jarrett, a former advisor to President Barack Obama, to an ape. The words were vile, the intent unmistakable. Social media ignited like a wildfire. By noon, X was a war zone. "Roseanne's done, she's a racist," one user raged, their post racking up thousands of likes. Another defended her. "She's just telling it like it is." Free speech. The backlash wasn't just online. ABC executives blindsided called an emergency meeting. Channing Dungey, then president of ABC Entertainment, issued a statement that cut like a knife. "Roseanne's Twitter statement is abhorrent, repugnant, and inconsistent with our values. We have decided to cancel her show." Within hours, the Roseanne revival, a cultural juggernaut that had recaptured the magic of its 1988 to 1997 run, was dead. But the real bombshell dropped years later, on July 11, 2025, when John Goodman sat down with The Hollywood Reporter. His voice was heavy, his words measured. "I haven't spoken to Roseanne in 7 or 8 years. I'd rather doubt if she wants to talk to me." The timeline pointed straight to that fateful tweet. The man who played Dan Connor, the lovable, flannel-wearing patriarch opposite Barr's sharp-tongued Roseanne, had walked away from their friendship, leaving fans reeling. How did two people who once laughed together, who built a TV empire watched by 20 to 30 million viewers, end up strangers? The fallout unfolds. Picture the scene. ABC's Los Angeles headquarters, phones ringing off the hook, producers scrambling. The Roseanne cancellation wasn't just a business decision, it was a cultural earthquake. Within days, ABC announced The Connors, a spin-off starring Goodman, Laurie Metcalf, Sarah Gilbert, and the rest of the cast, but without Barr. Her character, Roseanne Connor, was killed off with a gut punch, an opioid overdose, a nod to America's real-world crisis. The move was bold, brutal, and divisive. On X, the reaction was a storm of raw emotion. "They killed Roseanne off. That's cold," one fan posted, garnering 10,000 likes. Another snapped, "Good riddance, she tanked her own show." Media outlets piled on. Variety called it a swift execution of justice, while the Daily Beast quipped, "Barr's career is the real casualty." Goodman, caught in the crossfire, stayed diplomatic. In a 2018 Entertainment Tonight interview, he said, "I'd rather say nothing than cause more trouble. I love Roseanne, but she's her own person." His loyalty was palpable, but cracks were forming. By 2023, at the Monte Carlo Television Festival, Goodman's tone shifted. Reflecting on defending Barr, he admitted, "I felt bad for her, but I was also embarrassed." The embarrassment wasn't just professional, it was personal. The man who once called Barr his comedic soulmate was drifting away. Meanwhile, Barr didn't hold back. In a fiery June 2025 Fox News digital interview, she lashed out, "I'm not friends with none of them. They F-ed it all up with their greed and stupidity." Her son, Jake Pentland, doubled down in Us Weekly, sneering, "We don't care about cheap knockoffs. We're focused on what matters to Americans." The message was clear. Barr felt betrayed, cast out from the empire she built. The social media inferno. X became a digital coliseum. Posts from at Page 6 screamed, "John Goodman breaks silence on Roseanne Barr feud," while at TMZ blared, "Roseanne's outcast. Goodman says they haven't spoken in years." Fans were torn. She made him a star. How dare he ditch her? One user fumed, while another countered, "Roseanne's a conspiracy, not now. Goodman's better off." A particularly biting post went viral. "She thinks lizard people replaced him. No wonder they don't talk." The comment section exploded with laughing emojis and shocked reactions. Reddit's r/television thread lit up with 1,200 upvotes and 150 comments. "Barr's a tragic figure," one user wrote. "She was a pioneer, but she's her own worst enemy." Another added, "Goodman's just trying to live his life. Can't blame him for dodging the drama." Media outlets fueled the fire. Entertainment Weekly reached out to Barr's team, only to be met with silence. The Hollywood Reporter noted, "Barr's probably not waiting by the phone for Goodman's call." The narrative was set. Barr, once a comedy queen, was now a pariah, while Goodman carried on with quiet dignity. A legacy of laughter. Let's rewind to 1988. Roseanne burst onto screens, a gritty, hilarious love letter to working-class America. The Connors, Dan, Roseanne, and their kids, bickered, loved, and scraped by in Lanford, Illinois. Goodman remembers it vividly. "We hit it off from Jump Street. She made me laugh, I made her laugh. It was so much fun." The show was a phenomenon, pulling 20 to 30 million viewers a week. It tackled real issues, poverty, parenting, even gay rights, with a rawness that felt revolutionary. Barr, drawing from her own life, was the visionary. She had a good eye for talent. A Reddit user noted, pointing out that she launched not just Goodman but Laurie Metcalf and a young George Clooney. But Barr's brilliance came with chaos. Her outspokenness, once her superpower, turned toxic. By the 2010s, her ex-posts flirted with conspiracy theories, QAnon, lizard people, you name it. The Jarrett tweet wasn't a one-off. It was the culmination of years of reckless rhetoric. Goodman, by contrast, stayed steady. "I just focus on the work," he told people in 2025, praising the Connors cast. "Everybody stands out." His ability to rise above the drama kept the spin-off alive for 7 seasons, but it couldn't erase the shadow of Barr's absence. The heart-wrenching finale. April 23, 2025. The Connors airs its final episode, and it's a tearjerker. Dan Connors stands at Roseanne's grave, the weight of loss etched on Goodman's face. "I know you wanted good things for me," he says, his voice breaking. The scene feels like more than fiction. It's Goodman saying goodbye to a chapter, maybe to Barr herself. "It's really hard," he told people on set. "I'm old and resistant to change. This show's been my home." He credits its success to its honesty. It's about a normal family up against it, like so many in this country.